Hello, today we'll work on creating a 3D grid using horizons and faults in tNavigator. So let's start creating a 3D grid using horizon first. So here in geometry objects, find the 3D grid. So this is the 3D grid. Right click on it, then create a new object. Let's keep the default name grid 1. Select grid 1 and then open the calculations by clicking this hammer object, or hammer icon rather, and then a window will appear. Okay. Expand this, create grid, and this will direct you here. Okay. Then select horizons, create grid by horizons. So on the horizon tab here, you can set the horizons that will be used to build the 3D grid. Okay, so I'll highlight this row, then click the plus icon to add more rows. For this example, I will add 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll insert my horizon data. So let's say we have top 1, top 3, and top 4. And then we have these zones, and this represents the gaps between the horizons. I'll just rename it like zone 1, zone 1, and then this one is zone 2. Okay, next, this layer count, it refers to the number of layers within each zone. So in this case we have 10 here, 10 layers in zone 1, and then I can change this. Okay, so we have 8 layers in zone 2, and so we leave this horizon type as is. Okay, below these options, so you will find a checkbox for polygon. I'll check this box and select my polygon. Okay, set my polygon name boundary here. Okay, so this will be the reference for this horizons, no? This polygon. Next, for general settings, okay, so you can see here there's an origin, the length. Okay, I'll use again the polygon as for the reference for these 2D settings. So here in sample object, I click this icon, then here the polygon, I'll select it. So okay, then click this auto detect so that you can get the information from the polygon, the origin, the length, the steps also. Okay, then you can apply it. Okay, you can click apply, but in my case I'll change this from 100 to 300. Okay, then click apply, then I'll close this tab. Now I'll switch to the 3D view tab, and let's click this grid 1 under geometry objects, and then you will see the newly created grid. Here is it. Let's apply the property. Okay, we have this default property if you created this grid by horizon. So we have this zone ID. Okay, let me check again the calculations. Oh, so I just misclick. I inserted the wrong horizon here. So both are top 1. So I'll change it into top 3. So let's apply it again. And here you go. So you can see, as you can see here, this one here is the top one. In the middle line, that is the horizon 2. Okay, in the bottom, this bottom part, that is the horizon 3. Okay, and between that horizon, this is the zone 1. Okay, and this one, the second, the yellow one is the second, is the zone 2. So let me show you the palette. Okay, so zone 1 and zone 2. Now let's try to create a 3D grid using horizons and fault. Okay, both horizons and faults. So repeat the same process, creating a new grid object. Then okay, so I already created the grid here. So let me remove this one. Okay. Okay. And rename this as grid 1. Okay. So okay, again, let's create a new object, that is grid 2, and then highlighting this grid 2, go to calculations, and this time, instead of creating grid by horizon, we will create grid by horizons and fault. Okay, so in this horizons tab, okay, I'll just highlight this row, and then again, in my example, I will insert 3 rows, 1 2 3, and then I'll just repeat the process. Top 1, top 3, and top 4. Here I'll make it zone 1. Okay, and as for the layer counts, I'll make it 8 here. Next, faults. So here I will insert the fault object. Okay, so I have fault 3 here, and then I'll check this box, structural. Okay, next, in general settings, let's check this property, this box, no, like segments property and polygons. Okay. And as for the grid 2D settings, no, repeat the process in sample objects. Okay. You just need to select the polygon, the reference you want for your 2D settings. Okay, then auto detect. Then let me change this to 300. Okay, I think we're okay now. So apply. It would take time, but I'm sure that it will be working. Okay, we're done. Let's close this window, and then okay. So this is the grid 2 that we created. Here you can see the property applied here is zone ID, and then you can also see here the additional property applied, which is created, which is the segments. Okay, let me show you the fault here so that you can see. So this is the fault that we use when we create the grid, and this fault divides the section. Okay, so here is it. Okay, so that's how you create a 3D grid using horizons and faults. So I hope you learned something today. So thank you, and have a nice day ahead.